Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome back to Needs of Children. We are discussing about 10th standard English medium social science in that history chapter number 4 continued part of opposition to British rule in Karnataka. In the previous session we get the information about Hyder Ali, the growth of Hyder Ali, First Anglo-Mysore War and Second Anglo-Mysore War. Let's come to in this session we are going to get the more information about the continued part of opposition to British rule in Karnataka. As in the previous class we get the information about Second Anglo-Mysore War. Unfortunately, Hyder Ali was died in the Second Anglo-Mysore War. That Second Anglo-Mysore War continued by his son named called as Tippu Sultan. Tippu Sultan was waging war in Malabar region when Hyder Ali died. The British tried to take advantage of Hyder Ali's death by invading Mangaluru and Bidanuru. So these are the places you can see in the map. They also tried to instigate the rulers of Calicut and Madras regions against Tippu Sultan. You can see the places of Calicut and Malabar regions. They are come under the Travancore places against the British, against the Tippu Sultan by the British. Calicut and Travancore. As we are going to be identify about the Tippu Sultan thought of all these developments and decided to protect Mangaluru and the coastal regions. He defeated the British. The Treaty of Mangaluru ended the Second Anglo-Mysore War in 1784. As Tippu Sultan felt that British are the major obstacle for his policy of expansion, so he tried to drive them out seriously. He became the ruler of Mysore after Hyder Ali's death. He understood the cunning policies of the British. He considered it as his duty to drive the British out of India. He waged war against the British throughout his 17 years of rule, so that he had clearly understood the cunningness, strategies, clever manipulations of the British. He knew that hurting the business interest of the British would weaken the political strength of the British. He tried to organize the enemies of the British into one group. So he tried to set back the monopoly of the British over trade with India. These attempts further angered the British and their enmity with Tippu Sultan grew up. Among all the attempts done during 18th century to stop the British, the efforts of Hyder Ali and Tippu Sultan stand out due to many aspects. They knew that they cannot defeat the British with their traditional arms. Hence, they modernized their army. The soldiers of Mysore army were capable of using modern weapons and do drills like European armies. Hyder Ali and Tippu Sultan used rockets during the war for the first time in India. So Hyder Ali and Tippu Sultan, these are the rulers. They used rockets in armies of India for the first time. Apart from modern weapons, both of them knew that they needed funds in their treasury for the battles. Hyder Ali had witnessed many Nawabs going bankrupt while waging war against the British. So both of them took measures to strengthen their economic system by entering into various agreements and trade pacts. They nationalized the tobacco and sandalwood. They invited French experts to improve the quality of traditional artifacts of Mysore in order to gain better market share at international markets. So these are some of the wonderful policies plans were adopted by Hyder Ali and British in the administration system of Mysore. So let's come to the third Anglo-Mysore War. The politics of Travancore was the main reason for third Anglo-Mysore War. The king of Travancore built a fort in Kochi with the help of British and captured Ayakota and Kanganuru forts from the Dutch. All these were the clear breach of Mangaluru Treaty. The British captured Karwar, Coimbatore, Dindigallu and other regions under the leadership of Meadows. Under the leadership of Meadows, British captured the places of Karwar, Coimbatore, Dindigallu and other regions. Tippu Sultan entered the region of Baramahal and captured Satyamangala. Baramahal and Satyamangala were the places were captured by Tippu Sultan. He later attempted to capture Tiruchirappalli but failed in his attempt. Lord Cornwallis took over the leadership of the British army and this changed the course of war. The British army captured Kolara and Hosakote and rushed towards the Bengaluru. Under the leadership of Cornwallis, the army captured Bengaluru and destroyed the fort. After capturing Bengaluru, Lord Cornwallis sought the help of Marathas and Nizam of Hyderabad to defeat Tippu Sultan. The war took over another conclusive turn with the joining of Maratha and Hyderabad forces with British. Marathas captured Savanuru, Gajendragad, Lakshmeshwara, Hubballi and other places were under the control of the Marathas. The combined army marched towards Srirangapatna by capturing fort after fort in 1772. The fort was destroyed during night. Disturbed by these developments, Tippu Sultan tried to enter an agreement with the British. It was inevitable for him. So that he signed the Treaty of Srirangapatna in the year 1792, which had unfavorable conditions. With this, Third Anglo-Mysore War came to an end by the signing between British and Tippu Sultan the Treaty of Srirangapatna. The British, as a result of the Third Anglo-Mysore War, the British were successful in inserting unfavorable conditions in order to weaken Tippu Sultan. Tippu was forced to part with half of his kingdom, was forced to pay 3 crore rupees as war damage fee and had to pledge 2 of his children as a guarantee against the payment. He was also forced to release the prisoners of war. The British withdrew the combined army from the Srirangapatna. So this was one of the major setback for the Tippu Sultan. So after this, the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War. Tippu Sultan took the defeat in the Third Anglo-Mysore War personally. He paid all the dues and got released his children. He also gave away the territory to the British and its allies as agreed. He claimed his right over the Malabar regions under the British occupation. But British refused this argument. Lord Wellesley became the Governor General of India in 1798. The political activities against Tippu Sultan became intensified during this period. Tippu's attempt to form an alliance of local rulers and his closeness with the French angered Lord Wellesley further. Tippu sent an ambassador to France to seek the alliance of French. This enraged the British. They thought that an alliance between France and Tippu Sultan would threaten the existence of British in India. So that another treaty containing inhuman and impractical conditions was forced upon Tippu Sultan. Tippu rejected this. His refusal started the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War. So, Fourth Anglo-Mysore War started in 1799. The British were able to destroy the strong fort. Tippu died while fighting the British in 1799. With the death of Tippu Sultan, the British were happy as if the whole India came under their rule. Most of territories under Tippu's rule was shared among the British, Marathas and Hyderabad of Nizam. A small territory was handed over to the royal representative of Mysore Wadeyars. This region came to be known as Mysore princely state. So thus the wonderful era of Tippu Sultan fight against the British come to an end with the Third Anglo-Mysore War and Fourth Anglo-Mysore War. So that's it about today's session. I hope you have understood till now what we are discussed. In case if you having any doubts related to Third Anglo-Mysore War and Fourth Anglo-Mysore War, you can comment in the comment box. I will solve your doubts and I will come back with the next video. Until keep watching my channel. Thank you. See you in the next session. Bye bye. Take care.